League's a joke.
Now,
look, teams are load managing for the play-in. That's all you need to know.
Wow. Okay.
LeBron James and Steph Curry, throw them in the same boat last night. The Warriors didn't play Steph Curry because they knew they could not play Steph Curry, and they're still going to beat the Utah Jazz, who are 3-23 in their last 26.
Damn, that's a shame.
They were 26-26. They traded 3 rotation players. They're now 3-23, and they didn't play Markkanen last night. I mean, it's a joke. So the Warriors then say, well, let's save Steph Curry for Tuesday. Fine, okay, that's the league now. Meanwhile, LeBron James is sitting in L.A. saying, well, we got the Timberwolves tonight. Okay, well, that's a game that even if I play, we have no guarantee we're going to win it because the Timberwolves are really good. So, knowing that we got a bigger game possibly on Tuesday against the Warriors, I'm going to sit out against the T-Wolves. We lose, and I'll push my chips into the middle Tuesday against the Golden State Warriors that we can beat them and move up a game in the standings. I mean, it's a joke.
No, I agree with everything you said.
Doncic doesn't play Friday. Wiggins doesn't play Friday. Yeah. Kuminga didn't play Friday. Derek Lively doesn't play Friday.
But they're the 4 and 5. They're the 5th seed.
Embiid doesn't play yesterday.
But he's coming back from injury, Steiny. You can kind of say that. Well, they're in the play-in.
Single game, guys are not playing. Just every single game, and it's one of the reasons that people are down on the NBA. They just are. I mean, I'm pissed if I know a couple people that went to last night's game because it's one of the easiest tickets of the year against Utah. You don't get Steph at home.
All right, we got Sexton.
Yeah.
No.
Well, let's talk about Steph for a minute.
I'm not singling Steph out. I'm just saying.
But how long have we said he looks tired, though, Steiny? He looks gassed.
There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody does it. But it's a problem with the league.
And I'm going to say this about the Lakers. I don't have any inside knowledge. They say LeBron, they could be lying, woke up with flu-like symptoms, but I don't think they were trying to get that game, Steiny, so they could catch Sac or New Orleans, the Lakers, and get out of a date with the Warriors or stay in the 9th seed. So when they reported flu-like symptoms, I'm just saying everything you said I agree with. I believe he had flu-like symptoms.
I don't believe.
Well, you just gave yourself one game then if you went in thinking we're okay to lose to catch Sac in New Orleans, and I don't believe they did that.
I do.
Okay. All right, we differ.
Because I think their number one thing is getting one home game. And all they got to do to get one home game is beat the Warriors tomorrow. And if they beat the Warriors tomorrow, then they got a shot at 2 home games. Like he looks at the standings and knows who they have left and can figure it out. It's exactly what, and listen, some people would say it's a strength. It's exactly what he did last year against the Warriors in the playoffs, and it paid dividends. I mean, it absolutely paid dividends. They finished off their series in 6. The Warriors didn't, and they got 3 or 4 days rest before that game 1 against the Warriors. The other thing I was thinking, too, is, and I want to ask Warrior fans about this because I just did a little bit of math. Who do you think leads the Warriors in minutes this year? Top 2 guys. Minutes played.
Steph.
That's 1.
Okay.
Who's 2?
Pods.
Nope.
Kuminga. It's Monday. Wiggins.
Nope.
Dre.
Nope.
Damn, I'm done.
Who's left?
What are we doing?
Who's left? Klay Thompson. So I'm looking at
Klay? My bad.
And this is the one thing that I'm keeping an eye on as we meander through the end of the regular season. So I'm looking at
last week.
Klay and Steph and Klay lead the Warriors in minutes played. They're both at about 2,300 total minutes. Mm-hmm. And both of those guys have been really healthy this year. Steph's played 71 games. That's a full season now in the NBA. So Steph's going to play 75. Klay's going to play over 75. I was just looking at some other guys' minutes on other teams, like Kyrie Irving. Like he's played less than 2,000 minutes this year because he's missed games.
Well, yeah.
Like even
he's been hurt a few times.
C.J. McCollum played less. Jimmy Butler in Miami's played less. Donovan Mitchell. You know, it's like all the guys who have played more are like the big boys, like Durant and Jokic. But is anybody else concerned about the fact that Steph and Klay have played a lot this year? They've been healthy most of the year, and now they might be playing some teams that have been strategizing all year and maybe coming into the postseason fresher.
I don't know what to do with that. I'm not saying you're wrong, but, I'll fight you to the end because of your theory about why the Lakers won that game because they had rest. I mean, Steiny, it's what happens on the court. And I'm not saying that has nothing to do with it, but if you're so worried about Steph and Clay, and we're asking Warrior fans and Celebrini and company are watching these guys every day, why would they let them play these amount of minutes? They must feel like, there's no detriment to that.
Well, all I'm telling you is
because you don't just win because you rest, you're fresher.
It's not me saying it. It's Steve Kerr saying that he thought Steph's been fatigued down the stretch.
No doubt.
So now I looked at all the minutes, and you do realize that Steph at 36 has played more minutes, a lot more minutes than some guys younger than him who have missed time because of injury or whatever. And I'm wondering if that's something that worries Warrior fans. Like that to me, if I were a fan, that would be my biggest worry of the Golden State Warriors. It's not that can they surprise? Can they shock? Absolutely. Yes, they can win 2 play-in games. But then it's where do you go from there knowing that
your guys
they're wearing down?
Wow.
And to me, we saw that happen last year with the Warriors. And is it avoidable this year? And if so, how? That's why I've been gung-ho on these young guys continuing to play and trying to keep these guys' minutes down. And is there a balance there? 888-957-9570 is the number. Steiny Guru. Kuminga came back last night.
I'm jumping out the gym. I'm no longer worried, Steiny.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
Well, but now you're gonna die sooner. You're going to die sooner than you normally would because you carried around a stress last week that you didn't need to carry around. And then what happens, I found in life, is the more stress you carry around, the more it just gets you on the back end. And that's why I've always been just worried about how you live and die.
I appreciate the Guru camera, but also, too, what we put in our body, too, can help that number and get you somewhere you don't want to in the casket faster. So, it's about what you eat and what you consume, what you drink. So it's not just how you do your sports.
888-957-9570 is the number. You want to jump into the conversation. Steiny and Guru with you. The Warriors beat the Jazz on Sunday. They lose at Dallas on Friday. Damn. They're still in the 10th spot, and now they play the Lakers tomorrow. We'll see who plays. We'll see who doesn't play. But if you're a Warrior fan, what do you want to see the Warriors do to approach these last 5 games? Is it 5 or is it 4? 4. Last 4 games. Last 4 games for the Golden State Warriors. How do you want to see this team approach? Do you want to see them go all in tomorrow?
Number 4.
Go all in tomorrow. See if you can knock off the Lakers in L.A.
What's that look like, Steiny, all in tomorrow? Steph, 33, 34 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. 33, 34, whatever you need, whatever it takes. And then if you beat the Lakers, then you take a look at the standings. And I think what you're going to find is you have the tiebreaker over the Lakers, so now you got to win the last 3 to stay above them. Can you get to 8? I don't know. What's Sac going to do? I feel like if Sac gets one more win, they're safe pretty much. But
they got OKC on the road, and SGA didn't play yesterday. He may not play, so you don't know what other teams are going to do.
I mean, there's just no doubt that tomorrow's game against the Lakers is the biggest game of the year for the Warriors.
Wow.
They win that game tomorrow. Now we're talking about just maybe, having a game at Chase Center. 888-957-9570 is the number. You lose to Dallas. At Dallas on Friday. You come home, you beat the Jazz. You're still in 10, but 9's within range. What do you want the Warriors to do to approach these last 4 games, Warrior fans? 888-957-9570. Also want to get into some of this Klay Thompson sound. He was on Draymond Green's podcast. And Klay's feeling pretty good right now. You want to talk about Klay's long-term potential here with the Warriors? We could do that. He's a free agent at the end of the year. I think you got to pay him. I think he has done something that we all talk about, and we love to say it, but we never follow through on it, and that's he bet on himself. That's right, he bet on himself. And I think it might be time to reward Klay Thompson at the end of this year with a deal, let's say at least more than $24 million.